Have you ever taken a step back from your business just for a day and returned to see your team stuck, waiting, unsure of what to do next? You thought you had delegated. You were confident your team had it covered. But somehow, everything still needs to go through you. Sounds familiar? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most business owners say they have let go, but are still unknowingly micromanaging. Micromanagement isn't always obvious. It doesn't always look like standing over someone's shoulder or redoing their work. Sometimes it hides behind good intentions, protecting quality, ensuring efficiency, or just checking in. Hi, I'm Shailesh Kantak, and for the past few years, I have been working closely with MSME founders who are great at what they do but find themselves stuck in the same pattern: overworked, overwhelmed, and over-involved. And the irony, they have built teams, but still everything flows through them. If you are in that space, you are not alone. And more importantly, there's a way out. In this video, I want to unpack why you may still be micromanaging even if it doesn't feel like it, what micromanagement really looks like in modern business, and how to shift from being the doer-in-chief to becoming the true leader your business needs. So let's get into it. Micromanagement has this image: someone hovering over an employee's screen, tweaking every line, questioning every step. But in the real world of business, especially in small and mid-sized teams, micromanagement is more sophisticated. It just shows up in phrases like, "just loop me in on all emails to be safe. Let's run that by me before you send it out. I'll take the final call on this one too. Send me the updates every evening. I just want to stay in the loop." Notice something? None of these sound controlling. They sound very responsible. But here's what's really happening. You are still the final point of control. And when everything hinges on your input, your team stops developing the muscle to think, decide, and lead. You've delegated the hands, but not the head, and certainly not the heart. Micromanagement isn't about ego. It's usually about fear. Fear that things might go wrong. Fear of poor quality. Fear of disappointing the customer. Fear of losing control of what you've built. And if you are a founder, especially one who's grown your business from scratch, you have worn all the hats. You've been the sales head, the finance guy, the marketing team, the operations lead, and the HR too. So letting go feels risky, especially when your name is on the door. But here's what I want to say. Micromanagement is not a leadership flaw. It's a systems gap. When your team can't move without you, it's not that they are incapable. It's that the business lacks clarity, structure, and safe spaces for ownership. And let me walk through 4 signs I see most often with clients. Signs that don't feel like micromanagement but are. Number 1, you are the bottleneck for all decisions. If your team waits for your approval before taking action, whether it's finalizing a quote or replying to a customer, it means they don't feel safe making decisions. And if they don't feel safe, that's not on them. That's a leadership design issue. Number 2, you are always reviewing the final output. You might think of it as quality control, but if you find yourself tweaking things that your team has already worked hard on, you are silently telling them, "it's never quite good enough without me." Number 3, you are the problem solver in chief. If your team brings every issue to you and your first instinct is to jump in with answers, it's a sign that problem solving is still centralized. You are solving symptoms, not building capability. Number 4, your team avoids taking initiative. If they hesitate to try something new or wait for your nudge, it means the space to experiment, to fail, or to take charge isn't there yet. These aren't flaws in your people. These are signals that ownership hasn't been fully transferred. The big shift every business owner must make is this: from being the hub to becoming the horizon. You don't need to be at the center of everything. You need to be the compass that sets direction and then lets your people own the journey. Here are a few ways to get there. Firstly, define outcomes, not just instructions. Instead of saying design a brochure, say let's create something that drives 20% more leads from the next event. When people understand the why, they will figure out the how, often better than you could have imagined. Next, create weekly check-ins, not daily chase-ups. Don't micromanage with endless status calls. Instead, build a rhythm where your team shares what they completed, what's coming next, and what support they need. This promotes independence, visibility, and forward momentum. Third, delegate decisions, not just the tasks. Start small. Maybe your sales lead can approve pricing within a fixed range, or your operations head can manage delivery timelines with defined buffers. The more decision-making authority your team has, the more ownership they develop. Fourth, become a coach, not a firefighter. When things go wrong, and they will, resist the urge to swoop in and fix it. Instead, ask, what do you think we could have done differently? What did we learn from this? When your team learns how to navigate problems, they stop bringing you every bump in the road. So, what's the takeaway? Micromanagement isn't a personality trait. It's a symptom of unstructured leadership. And the good news? You can fix it by building clarity, rhythm, and trust into how your team works. So here's what I want you to reflect on as you step away from this video. Are you building systems that help your team succeed without you? Have you clearly defined what success looks like for each role or each outcome? Have you created space for learning, or are you still jumping in to save the day? Letting go isn't about stepping away. It's about stepping up to a higher version of leadership. One where your job is to empower, not control, to guide, not guard. If this video sparked something in you, if you saw even a bit of yourself in what we discussed today, then that's a good sign. It means you are ready to build something sustainable. I share practical, real-world strategies every week focused on people systems, culture, and leadership for MSME business owners. So if you want to stop being the bottleneck and start building a business that grows without burning you out, hit subscribe, drop a like, and leave me a comment below. Because remember, you didn't start a business to manage tasks. You started it to build something bigger than yourself. And the moment you lead like that, your team, your business, and your time all start working for you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.